Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here, giving you guys an update for Pick 3 North Carolina using Tic Tac Toe. We were talking over our live last Friday or this past Friday, and the Tic Tac Toe could be hot. Now, I had a Tennessee video that is amazing. I love those videos. So if you want to pay attention to that particular strategy, to see if you can compare, definitely do so. I did find out that it may have cooled off just a tad bit, and I want to share with you some other ways that you may want to look at North Carolina, okay? Especially when you see triples. And I'm having you do a plus and minus because you never know where the triples will come on the tic-tac-toe, okay? All right. So with that, Pick 3 North Carolina, we're going to backtrack it. We're going to go back. Okay, make sure you're keeping a daily log what's going on in your state. And we're going to go to September 19th. Now, September 19th, midday was 063. Okay, notice how in the tic-tac-toe, I'm starting from the top left corner all the way down to the right corner. So you're going to put it in diagonally. Now, are there other ways to put your tic-tac-toe in? Most definitely. Use what works for you. Okay, so we have 063. The next thing I need to do to complete the grid will be to add 1 all the way around. So I'm going to do that now. So starting from your 3, your bottom right corner, we're going to add 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. All right, so once you get that wrapped around, make sure you do a subtraction one, okay? We have, again, 063. And now we're going to subtract 1 all the way around. So starting at that right corner 3, okay? We're going to go 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 10, we're going to turn that 0 into 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. And 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. So again, we're doing 2 for midday and we're doing for evening as well, plus and minus. And there's a reason why you want to do both, okay? Normally I would be like, just pick one. No, we want to see and compare. Why? You're looking for triples. Sometimes they could be false triples, sometimes straight triples. Now pay attention to this. A lot of people don't believe in mirroring, and this is where they can mess themselves up, okay? I want you to pay attention to this 8-8, okay? You notice here in the center, there's a 3-8, okay? There are triples will start from the centers for North Carolina, okay? They could be other ways around the chart, but something I'm noticing how your numbers are placed, okay? So we have 8-3. Those are your mirrors. Now, really quick, what are mirror numbers? Mirror numbers are the same number, they're opposite of each other. So when we're saying 3 and 8, 8 could be a 3 or 3 could be 8. And a lot of people will miss this as a possible false triple, okay, because they don't do mirrors. Well, I do. So 0 could be a 5, 5 could be a 0, 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1, 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2, 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3, and 4 could be a 9, 9 could be a 4. Got ahead of myself there a little bit. My apologies. So those are the mirror numbers, okay? Make sure you jot those down in case you need them. All right, so getting back here, you notice, like I see the 6-6 in the center, but I don't see a mirror or its other double, right? So I wouldn't, and not saying that hits won't come off, I've seen that, but just pay attention. I'm just trying to let you learn how to develop where your eye needs to go, okay? Because when you see certain things, they're going to separate themselves from the rest. And that may tell you really may want to pay attention to that particular grid. Why? Because there could be patterns that are coming off of those for your state. North Carolina, something I've noticed, whenever you guys have your false trip or triple, see how it's connected in this L kind of shape, or 7 or backward 7, however you want to do that. I noticed the middle left pair could be hot, okay? So the hot pair I'm looking at is that 1-8, keeping my eye on that. And then what you would do is, if you want to put other combinations together with it, you can, or other numbers, like 182, for instance. Go figure. You might want to do a 180. All right, maybe 189. All right, maybe 187. That might be something. Make sure you guys can see that. Okay. So you might want to do some of those, right? Well, if you held on to those numbers for maybe a couple of days, this 182 came September 21st, midday. Okay, 182. All right. So make sure you guys are paying close attention. So look at that, 182. All right. So pay attention. And that's why I said pay attention when you have triples. I don't care if you're using 317, 123. When you see certain triple types in your state, they could be telling you pay attention to the patterns coming off. And the only way to do this, you have to backtrack and study. Now, will they always be this perfect? Maybe. So anyways, let's go to another day. We're going to go to September 21st. Skipped over a day here. So I notice again, here's your 88. You got 883 again. Okay. So then I said, well, let me just copy this pattern. I'm going to look at that 68 and then just put the numbers around it. So 687, 684, 685, 681, and 682. Okay. And if you wanted to do 683 or 688, I mean, go ahead. You know, you never know. You never know. All right. Well, let's say you did. Well, this 684, okay, played that evening actually. Okay. Sometimes it'll take maybe a day or two, or, you know, could be a couple days, and sometimes they come that day. So just pay close attention to what's going on in your state, guys. So where's your 684? Remember that hot pair 68, 684. Aha. Nice. Okay. So literally when you're going back and you're looking, pay attention to your triples. You're going to notice not everyone does it. This is what I'm saying. Do your plus, do your -1, and just say, hey, which tic-tac-toe could be hot? You know, could there be something coming off of there? Just saying. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to September 22nd. All right. So the midday, I forgot to mark this mid and evening. Sorry. This was a little different. And I'm still looking because there is a triple that you guys may want to pay attention to. And again, they could start changing up here. I like this 2-8. So that 2-8 pair could be hot for a couple days. North Carolina, pay attention to that. But let me show you something. Remember I told you those doubles, they could be special too. Okay. Something about this center column with doubles, or if they're connected to a triple. Well, this 1-1, okay, 1-1-2 came 1-2-1 September 23rd, midday. Okay, so pay attention to that. Came exactly like that. Okay, all right. So make sure that you're keeping a track when you see your triples or even your doubles. They could be telling you something. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. You saw this 6-6 here. It could have been mirroring itself. Who knows? But, you know, even if they haven't came for a couple days, you may want to keep your eye on little things like that. Okay. And I'm still keeping my eye on this 2-8. See if that 2-8 pair will still pop up. I think something will pop up here. So you guys make sure you pay attention. For Tennessee, when I was seeing triples, I was actually just going, you know, straight down, straight down, straight down, across, 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 diagonal, any way that it just would lay straight, and then I would see hits come out. North Carolina, I think it did it maybe a couple times, and see if that'll pick back up, you know. But anyways, I hope this is a help for North Carolina. You guys, let me know if you have any questions, okay? But those triples and doubles in the center column are nothing to play with, okay? They can give you some really cool hits. Not that I can guarantee it, but again, play on paper first. Make sure that you're getting it and that you can find the predictions for yourself. You feel comfortable, then you move forward, okay? Well, I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe.